Okay, let's move on to the next one here. All right. Okay, this one's a video, so I'll
IV
full
therapy has
screen
become
this here so everyone can see it. Turn down the volume a little bit. Okay, let's go.
IV therapy has become really popular in recent years. When you take oral supplements, you can absorb a fraction of what's on the label, but when we give things intravenously, you get 100% immediate absorption. When we deliver the intravenous therapy, it allows for immediate hydration. And this is going to help with performance, cellular energy, and helping you get the most from your workouts and your recovery. IV therapy has become really popular in
Okay, I'll go first on this. There was something weird I noticed in this ad. I'm gonna play it from the beginning, and I'll kind of I'll pause it when it hits that
IV
moment.
therapy
It's
has become really
it's pretty
popular
soon
in
here.
recent years. When you take oral
Right there. IV therapy has become pretty popular in recent years, and then it all of a sudden like cuts, and then it like goes into a random I think it's a
IV therapy has become
story
really
or
popular in recent years. When you take oral supplements, you can absorb a fraction.
yeah, or into sort of a deep dive of what it is. It was so like it was such a hard cut. Like, and not from a I'm not just talking from a video editing standpoint. It wasn't great there, but from what you're actually saying, like I thought it was going to go one way, and then all of a sudden it just like randomly goes into a like deep dive or tangent about IV therapy. Like it was sort of a weird breakdown that was happened there. I think they got some clips of her saying some things, but they clearly didn't really get a nice seamless transition into it. It just kind of like hard cut, boom, started talking about it. Um, okay, so the hook here, we're always going to talk about hooks when it comes to videos because that's the most important thing. I don't mind this hook. It's not something I'm gonna, rave about, but this hook here,
IV
which
therapy has become really popular in recent years.
I don't mind that hook. It's sort of the beginning of a story, except obviously it doesn't it hard cuts and then transitions into something else. But if it didn't have that hard cut and she kind of kept going and talked more about why it's trending, the reasons like who's taking it, who is causing it to trend, it actually would be a great hook because it's sort of like a storyteller's type hook.
Mhm.
What do you think about that, Andrew?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good take actually, is that, I didn't really notice that when I first watched this before putting it on here, but no, that's a good take. Yeah, if she went through almost like a storyline, that would have actually been pretty good, just saying like, "Hey, this is who's taken it, this is what it's done for them and the results they've had, and then this is where you can get it," and then kinda give them a call to action. There isn't even a call to action in this video. It kinda just
Okay, yeah.
ends. But yeah, so it's a lot like content. I mean, you can post this on your Instagram or Facebook page, but I would not use this as an
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Okay, let's see their landing page here. I see they're in Kamloops, which is pretty cool. I'm right now I'm pretty close to Kamloops. So again, if you're watching this, I'd love to go through a more in-depth version, but I'll share the landing page. Okay, the movement mechanics, Kamloops IV therapy and nutrient injections. I'm not gonna watch this video. Although I do like seeing a video here, that's a great thing to have. I'm just not gonna watch it for time's sake. Hopefully it's a great intro video that talks about who you are and your stuff and what you offer. Um, I'm just gonna read this real quick. I'll let you guys have a look at it as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the top here. Andrew, what do you think about this so far? Just going through this.
Yeah, I mean, if we watch that VSL, I think it might be a VSL, but like video sales letter pretty
I'm
much.
not gonna
But
I'm not gonna play it.
no,
Just
I know,
yeah.
but I mean that's a good thing to have. Like this is the first one we've seen with one, which is actually like a really good thing to have. It builds a lot of trust for people. And yeah, if you scroll down a bit, Yeah, there. Here, one second. Yeah, she also offers a consultation. Like that's something you could talk about in the ad as well. Like saying that like you don't need to book an appointment right off the bat. We can go through a consultation. That's a free consultation. I think it might be free. I don't know. It might not be, but a consultation, it at least gets people's foot in the door. But yeah, overall, like the landing page is pretty nice. But like I said before, like if you don't have a good ad driving people to your landing page, it doesn't matter if you have a nice landing page.
Um, I am going to give a pretty like specific suggestion for this one. Change this. If they changed this alone, or if they, you know what, if you just removed this and just had it go straight to here, it would be better. But if you don't want to remove it and you want this like photo design thing, change what it says here. The first thing I see when I go onto this website is a logo, the Movement Mechanics. Nobody, unfortunately, I know you're a clinic owner, business owner, whoever you are, you like your clinic, you like your logo. Unfortunately, the people who see your ad, who are scrolling on Facebook, they could care less about your logo. Get your logos here, get it out of the middle here. Instead, put a headline saying, hey, you clicked the ad, so we know you're going to be this kind of person. Hey, so if you are dealing with these problems, if you want this solution, that's what your headline should say, not doing a logo here. If they change that aspect, the rest of it here, like you said, VSL, I like this sort of bio, talking about who this even talks about, actually people, what kind of struggles the people they help have, what their IV therapy do, the benefits. It's actually really solid other than just the top here. And because of that, if I'm giving it a rating overall, again, remember our ratings are the ad to the landing page is an overall thing. I'm going to rate this a 6 out of 10. And the reason for that is the ad brings it down. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best. I wish they would have stuck to that kind of story type idea like they started out with in the hook, but then it kind of did a hard cut and sounded more like it's just like an ad or like an informative type video. And I'm not a huge fan of that. And then also this headline thing here. That brings it to a 6 for me. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, I'd say it's a 6. We can move on from this one, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.